I went to Japan for a vacation in 2006 for 2 weeks, and boy do I miss it. I miss the smells, the people, the food, and the trains. Yep, the trains. Well, you spend a lot of time on the trains in Japan. Well, I live in Colorado where there's really no trains for local transportation. So to bring back part of Japan with me, I got a game there, and it's one of my favorite games. It really takes me back to Japan. And it's a cult classic too. And the best thing is that... Densha Go was originally released in arcades, but it was also released in 1996 on the PlayStation console. Densha Go recreates the feel of being a train conductor in Japan as you trying to get from point A to point B in the correct time period. If you're late, your passengers will be mad, and if you miss your target stop, then your boss will be mad. Several versions have come out since the first PlayStation game, each with their own visuals and playstyle for their console. But my favorite one that I own is a joint venture between two game companies, Train Simulator and Densha Go. It's my favorite because they use real train lines and film them digitally so that you can feel like you're really in Japan. Usually the Densha Go series just uses computer graphics. And almost all of the console versions have a special controller that you can buy. This really makes the controls more second nature, and it's just more fun to play with. Word of warning, however, the PS1 controllers do not work with the PS2 system, so you may end up owning several controllers for several different systems. To decrease the traction to make your train go forward, push back on the D-pad or pull back on the special controller. To increase the traction to slow down, push forward on the controllers. There are many different levels of control here, so be familiar with the strengths of them all. The triangle is the emergency brakes. There's also a neutral spot that the train will need to be in at the start of the game and to stop. The circle button sounds the train whistle. Some games allow you to open doors. L1 opens the left doors and R1 opens the right. And only when the train is stopped. Crazy head? When in the menus, the circle confirms something and the cross cancels it. Now there are traffic signs that all train conductors have to know. Green means go, red means stop. There are speed markers to the sides of the roads, and those are also important to watch for. If you go too fast, the automatic train supervision system, or the ATS, will kick in and the brakes will automatically kick in and you'll be penalized. If the grade changes, then physics kicks in, and you may need to slow down or speed up more to keep the correct speed. This isn't a speed racing game, and there are lots of rules. You have to obey the speed limit. You can't sound the train whistle willy-nilly. Don't slam on the brakes. Arrive on time, not sooner or later. On time. And it just goes on and on. But as you proceed in the game, you can unlock new trains to drive and experiment with. Now to play the majority of the games, they all have similar starting areas. There's even a mode to help you get used to the controls of the game. It's so much fun to try new trains and see how they perform. I almost feel like a kid when I'm playing this game. Toot toot! If you're a train enthusiast or a model builder, then I think this game might be right up your alley, but it's not for everyone. Some of the controls take getting used to, period. And writing down notes will help you on the way. Getting timing down correctly is tough, but very rewarding. Top-notch graphics. The later series have a kind of motion capture video quality, so you actually feel like you're riding through Tokyo, Japan. And even with some CG scenery from other games, it's always well rendered and fun to look at. 4 out of 5 for language. Having lots of Japanese spoken and written might confuse many people. It may seem like you would need a walkthrough, but this is very playable without knowledge of the language. Take notes, I always do. But a custom joystick will make things much easier. Fairly straightforward controls, so practice and take notes. Getting timing down will take practice, but getting better will be a draw and will hopefully cause you to want to play this game over and over again. Ranging from $5 to $200, this series has many different levels of play. Only spend what you feel comfortable spending and you won't be disappointed. Train enthusiasts are a strange lot of people. I mean, there are board games based off of train travel, there's these video games, and then there's people who watch trains and take notes about when they come and when they leave and what kind of train they were for no other reason or for no other people than just themselves. I used to think these people were quite odd. I still kind of do. But after realizing that I own over 7 different versions of this game, well, chalk me up to being one of those odd ducks. So thanks for watching, and be sure to leave written or video comments about what you thought of this episode, or about other games you might like to see me play in the future. I almost feel like a kid when I'm playing them. No, I couldn't get the younger me to come in. He was at school. Sorry.